also known as Mr. Cut the Check. And on today, we're going to talk about how to spot reversals with candlestick patterns on pocket option. So before we get started, if you're new or if you're returning, welcome back. And be sure to make sure that you are subscribed to our channel here at Our Royal Throne. Make it a point to go through the playlist and also to subscribe on all platforms. If you click more links, and if you're interested in our binary options masterclass, you'll click this link right here. You're going to click go to site. And we have it available for $55. We have a promotion if you pay with Cash App, and that all that information is going to be in the description. Have you ever wondered how traders predict price patterns or price reversals? So we're going to talk briefly today about candlestick patterns and really how to transform your trading game with pocket option. So let me clear the screen. So, what are candlestick patterns? I'm glad you asked. Literally, the candlesticks are what we have here directly on the chart. The patterns are the series of events that once you see one thing take place, you know that something can take place in return. For example, when you see a particular pattern, you know that it means that it's time to buy, it's time to sell, etc. So some of the different candlestick patterns that you'll see, and I don't think you have to focus on all of them. I think it's important to have a good idea of what they all look like. You might have like a hammer or a hangman, which might look like this candle right here. You might have an engulfing pattern, like these set of candles right here, these set of candles right here, right here, and just to give you another example, right here. Doji candles, as well as morning and evening star. I don't see like any small dojis to show you. But it's important to identify what candlestick patterns you resonate with, and more importantly, how they work. So first, you identify the candlestick patterns that you resonate with. For me, I resonate the most with looking for engulfing candlestick patterns. I've identified that those are the patterns that you'll see most often in the market. And let me kind of mark my screen up. Right now. Just a moment. I'll just keep it right there for now. you'll see how price reacts at these levels. And let me give you a brief example. I've got a couple of them, might as well mark them up. Okay, so let's move it over right here. So we have an engulfing candlestick that was a buy, a bullish, and sometimes what happens is it'll come back and retest the zone, and instead of continuing to buy, it will continue to sell through. And then you have kind of like a break and retest that happens right here, and then we continue to the next zone, which was an engulfing candle right here. It comes back up to retest or try to retest the zone right here, creates another engulfing candle. This is where we are right here, breaks through this zone all the way, comes back, retest, and now we're continuing on. Creates another engulfing candle. The retest will come either right here at the bottom of that first candle, like as you can see right here, it's coming and retesting right here. That's what I'm talking about right there. So it either come and retest right there or come all the way to the top of that candle. But either way, you can see how price is reacting off of these zones right here. Wick entry, come and retest, and now we're selling off to the next zone. Right? We buy up here, we don't go straight up, we break, retest, we continue, break, retest, we continue. This is a strong zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches right here. We more than likely will drop, and that's exactly what takes place here. We drop right here, creates another engulfing candle for the sell side. So I can get excited about these for me, and you have to figure out what patterns make sense for you, what time frames you want to be looking at these patterns on. I know for me personally, I execute on the 1 minute, so I prefer marking up on the 1 minute, but the choice is up to you. You know, the importance is selecting that right time frame. That might look like 5 minutes for you. That might look like 15 minutes for you. You know, it all depends on what are you doing. You know, are you doing 1 minute trades? Are you doing 2 minute trades? Are you doing the next 1 minute candlestick like we talked about right here? So all of those things come into play. So as far as identifying reversals, like we're using these levels with these engulfing candlesticks to see where price is going to come one way and reverse the other way. Come one way and reverse the other way. Come one way and reverse the other way. From a reversal standpoint, it's not always a reverse as it relates to changing the trend completely, but more or less a reversal as far as price isn't going to go straight up or going to go straight down. They are going to pause and collect in certain pockets of price points, if you will. And that's another video, as far as like the quarter strategy, stuff like that. But reversals, we're identifying, okay, strong zone, create a certain level of support right here, and they're like, nope, we're not going that way. Continue on. If I grab my trend line, right, here's what we will see. If I grab the trend line, put it right there, because you can do it this way too, as far as the different reversal areas we talked about. Price is still going down, coming back up, going down, coming back up, but as it relates to right here, up until this point where we break structure, this is an overall downtrend. And then to talk about the break in structure, okay, we were going, let me put the zigzag back on, because I like how the zigzag basically paints the structure out for you. Okay. We're going down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, as far as this area has been hit about 3 or so times. You can kind of see where a reversal would take place for a strong buy. So now we're at another level. Live right now, it looks like we have an engulfing candle that's going to create right here. What can happen is, or what I thought was going to happen is, this could have been like a double top right here. But I think they're creating a new high right now. Yeah, and you'll see a lot of the structure will be directly off of the zigzag points. Wow. Even the trend line I drew, the zigzag is hitting it perfect. 1, 2. So, yeah. Based on the live market, at some point this will probably come back right here or to like right here and continue buying. And that's just based off of my knowledge from understanding the support and resistance zones, like we talked about at the beginning, understanding the key reversal candlestick patterns and identifying which ones make the most sense for you. For me, that looks like a lot of engulfing patterns that might have like hammers and hangmans within them, but overall we're looking at engulfing patterns. And as far as tools that you can use to confirm the reversal as well, as we wrap this video up, that might look like your RSI, that might look like moving averages, Fibonacci. In this example, that might look like my stochastic. If I put a vertical line right here, and I see, okay, not only was price right at the trend line, not only do we have an engulfing candle going down, not only was price at the very top of the painted zigzag, we are also at the very top and the over bought level on the stochastic, right? So then we had that cross, we had it come down, break the 80, buyer sells would have been good money at that particular time. And same thing, even right here, you know, you look at the kind of price action that's taken place, you look at how many times prices come down to this area, and then you look, okay, we're at an oversold level. The green line is beginning to come up over the 20 area. Those are different indicators that you can use to say, okay, price is beginning to go the opposite direction. But you won't like figure this out over time without like practice. So first of all, to recap, you want to make sure that you identify the time frame that you're marking up on, the time frame that you are executing your trades on, the strategy that you're using, more importantly, the key reversal candlestick patterns that make the most sense for you, marking those areas up, identifying strong levels of support and resistance. Identify, of course, the amount that you're willing to risk. If you hit that point, you know you have to stop for the day, go read, go do something. And yeah, very much amazing. So tips, you want to make sure that you're practicing on demo before you're going live. If you're somebody like me, then you want to make sure that you hop in live quickly with an amount that you can afford to lose. Start with $1 or $2, $5, and really hone in on high probability setups. Really hone in on looking for 2, 3, 4 confirmations before you're pressing buy or sell. Make sure that your patience is on point. Make sure that your belief system is on point as it relates to you making money in this market, as it relates to you feeling as though that you deserve to make money in this market, right? And making sure that you're being patient for your high probability setup, right? So this is an amazing video. If you're not, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Get the masterclass right here. Click all of our links, all that good stuff. We're on all platforms, you already know. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a trading friend. And drop a comment if you have any questions or if you want me to cover any other trading topics. But I'll see you in the next video. Peace.